Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. It's Wednesday, currently in the UK. I'm bringing you a video that's something that some of you may not have expected. Yes, I do have other sports that I follow other than football. It's something that I've been waiting and wanting to do for a long time. I've been talking about it, finally come round to doing it. It's the Ashes. The start of the Ashes starts tomorrow, and it's going to be an interesting series because going by past series that obviously England have won, England have lost, and for whatever reason, maybe down to like the smallest of margins or the biggest of margins. Obviously, the 5-0 being the biggest, and the 3-2 or 2-1 being kind of the finest. I think we should start this video by rattling off the test dates that everyone's going to be wanting to know. I think majority of you probably already know anyway, but yeah, this is going to be the only test preview or Ashes preview that you will need to be watching to get all your up-to-date news. And yeah, subscribe, like the video and share, whatever. The first test is starting tomorrow. As I say, as this video will be going out, it will be starting tomorrow, depending on when you watch it. You may be watching it on the day the video goes out. The first test, Edgbaston, 1st of August, which I think is obviously Edgbaston. It categorically is one of the test arenas that England have done notoriously better per se. Followed quickly by Lords, starting on the 14th of August. That's not one of our better, going by records, it's not one of our better Ashes kind of arenas that we perform well in or throughout. Quickly followed by the 22nd at Headingley up in Leeds. It's produced over, over the years, a very interesting amount of different test matches throughout different series. Obviously not just against Australia, against New Zealand, such and such. Old Trafford will be the next one, which is the first of the September ones, which is starting on the 4th of September up in Manchester. I think it's really weird because I always envisioned Nottingham, Trent Bridge being a test match arena, so whether that is something they look at in the future or whatever. I know Old Trafford has had a hell of a lot of work done to it over, I think, the last year and a half, 2 years, something like that. But I can understand why they've gone there, because obviously they've put in a hell of a lot of work to make the ground look more modern, and I guess that's the way these grounds are going, much like the football. They're all getting modernised. By no means, last and by no means least, the last test match, and hopefully England have got the series wrapped up by then. If not, hopefully England win the series. Stay tuned for my prediction. The Kia Oval, which is, believe it or not, is my favourite test arena, favourite cricket ground in England. Many of you would say, well, why isn't Lords my favourite? But I think that's it's down to obviously preference as such. I mean, it's a great test arena, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I think it's almost too traditional for me. I'm more into the modern test arena, I guess. So yeah, that's those are the dates. They'll all be on screen, so obviously mark them in your journal, mark them in your diary, whatever. You do not want to miss this series, trust me. Not this series on YouTube, but the series on throughout the summer and into sort of early winter as such. Next, I think we should be looking at the squad in general. For me, there's no real surprises. There's one that I may have included if I were the selectors myself, bearing in mind because he's done so well against Australia in Australia down under. That being David Milan. I think he also plays for Middlesex, so that's obviously another reason I guess. They are my county. But the squad as a whole, from start to finish, would be Root, Ali, Anderson, Archer, Bairstow, Broad, Burns, Butler, Curran, Denley, Roy, Stones, Stokes, I think, yeah, and Welks. So again, the only one that I may have slipped in there, but he has had his chances at Test level, as well as, you know, we can't keep giving him time after time, keep going back to him, because if his technique over in his home country isn't what is required, but then obviously you can't keep going back. You know, it's like you can't keep playing favourites as such, or, you know, for an example, that being substituting Joe Denley for David Milan. But because going by the county stats, or for all the statisticians out there, it would categorically show that Joe Denley is performing very well, because he obviously adds an element with the ball. Also, he bowls probably not a great leg spin, but he bowls, you know, he can bowl. I mean, we've got one spinner in the team, one specialised spinner as such. He wasn't a specialised spinner years ago, but we've got a specialised spinner, obviously, with what do you call it? We've got Ali in there, you know. I'm not sure if I mentioned Burns as well. I think like Burns is in there, because obviously, like, moving on to my England 11, it wouldn't be too dissimilar to what I expect the actual England 11 to be this time tomorrow. That this time tomorrow it would be an hour's into play, or an hour or so into play. But my starting 11, which I'm hoping, because bearing in mind Joe Root is going to be batting at number 3, my starting 11 would be a Surrey opening pair of Roy and Burns. So, you know, I don't think they both don't need any introduction really, because Roy's just explosive. He's got into the England side for his performances within the World Cup, and I think that that was very important for him to do, because obviously he played phenomenal. And that being aside, the World Cup was an absolute phenomenal success. It's taken us a long time to get where we are, but very, very good. Very, very proud of the boys. And yeah, you know, we can't let that overshadow the fact that we are in this Ashes series against a very, very good Australia side. I'm not going to mention any of them, because I don't want to mention any bad luck, or I don't want to put any bad luck on England or whatever. But my Ashes series first 11 for Edgbaston would be, as I said, opening pair, the Surrey opening pair of Roy and Burns. Root coming in at number 3. I mean, he's probably made his better innings at number 3. I mean, I know he made the 254, which was an absolutely outstanding knock. You'd have to remind me in the comments down below who that was against, but I remember watching it. Just remember literally like thinking, this guy is definitely, like, even when Cook was captain, you could see he was going to be the future captain. Just even then, like even when Cook had only just taken over the captaincy. Root batting at number 3. I've got Denley coming in at number 4. You know, again, he's still relatively new to the Test match arena, so it's be interesting to see how he adapts. It will be interesting to see how his technique comes up as such, or not, I wouldn't say comes up, or holds up, for a better word. Butler as a specialised batsman, because obviously we all know now he's not taking the gloves. Who knows, he may take the gloves at some point within the series. I think he's the better of the batsmen as such, so I'm happy with Bairstow taking the gloves, Bairstow coming in after Butler. Some people would interchange those two as as like number 4 or number 5 or 6, but I've got Stokes coming in after, because obviously, I mean, he doesn't need any explanation. He's just an explosive, all-round, well-rounded cricketer. You know, he's someone that handles pressure very well, and he will get into these Aussies. He will get under their skin. So that's, you know, also a massive plus, feather in his cap, or, you know, whatever. I've got Ali as the specialised spinner. I know Joe Root can bowl a little bit, and he has taken some vital wickets in Ashes series gone by, which is, you know, is obviously another plus point. Ali as a specialist spinner, you know, he doesn't need any introduction to his little off breaks that he bowls. Some have he's bowled really, really well over the years. The seamers would be Sam Curran. always get them mixed up. I don't know if you guys do or not, but it might just be me. Yeah, Sam Curran, he's obviously been in the England Test side for a little while now. Dug us out of a big hole. We were like when we were playing against Ireland. Was it last week or the week before? Watched that absolutely enthralling Test match from start to finish because we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Second of the seamers, providing he's fit and well. Archer, I think because he's still really new to Test match cricket. It's interesting to see how his technique, like not necessarily batting wise, we know he can throw the bat a little bit, and that will be another reason I wouldn't call him an all-rounder, but he's definitely, I mean, he bowls he bowls at express pace, he bowls at regularly 92, 93 miles an hour, he's pushing 94, so there's no real need for me to say more about him. And the trusted two at the end have taken over 900 wickets between them. Broad coming in before the Burnley Lara, I believe he's known as, or the Burnley Express. James Anderson, I think both of them two have to be in the Ashes side. It's not an Ashes series without those two. I believe it's not an Ashes series without Root, Anderson and Broad, and Stokes, throw him in there as well. And I will be doing reviews of the day's play as they come out, as the Test match progresses. I'll be doing reviews, so look forward to them. Turn your post notifications on, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Shout out to all the guys, if you have got your notifications turned on, hit the little bell so you do not miss all these uploads that will come in. Football videos will be back as normal as and when the season starts, and there might be a little video coming up possibly later on again tonight, so it might be a double upload tonight, or it'll be sometime from now on up until the weekend. So yeah, I love you guys. I will speak to you guys when we're older, I guess. In my case, not wiser, but yeah. The video is done. That's a wrap. I love you guys. Peace.